Hi guys, I am wearing a Beatles shirt today. Can we appreciate the pun in there? Like, just a second. Hey Jude. If you got it, you get points. Okay, so my room's a bit of a mess right now. I'm not sure if you can appreciate that, but it fits with the video. It's the reader confessions tag, and I confess that my room's not always perfect. It's never perfect. Never. I wasn't tagged by anyone, but I saw the Baby Perks do a video and I really loved watching her video. I will link it down below. So I thought I would do one as well. The tag was created by Bookish Cinders and linked to her original video down below as well. So I'll just jump right into the questions. Number 1, have you ever damaged your own book? Not like intentionally, no. Maybe like the dent spine or whatever, but I don't think I've ever done like anything major to a book. Nope, all of my books are in perfect conditions. Although I do write in them. Like if I like something, I will make an annotation with a pen and I will highlight with a pen as well. And some people consider that to be like torture for the book to write on them. But I mean, it's my book and I like quotes and stuff, so if I like it, I'll just mark it, so. I don't think it's damaged, but you tell me. 2, have you ever damaged a borrowed book? Maybe. I didn't borrow the book, for starters. I was at a friend's house and I was checking out one of her books and it was kind of loose on a page and I swear to God, I just flipped the page and it just separated itself from the book. It was too loose. But I didn't borrow it, it was just in the shelf and I just tore it apart, so I guess not. 3, how long does it take you to read a book? If I'm on vacations and I have all the time in the world to read and nothing planned for days, I can read an average of 3 books a week. But those days are in the past because now I'm an adult and I have much more responsibilities and there's also Tumblr. So I read like a 300-page book. I can read it in like 3 days to a week, kinda. Aww. Dog. And a couple of years ago, I timed my reading and I read 100 pages in like 3 hours. I'm a slow reader, but that was a while ago, so I'm not sure what my time is now. I need to do that. 4, books that you haven't finished. So many! I have a lot of DNF books, but like right now on the shelves, I think I only have 1 because I don't have space for books that I'm not gonna read in my shelf. I give them all away. The most recent one I did not finish was Starstruck by Sin Balong. It was really stupid. Like one of the compliments she gives, it's, where is it? I climb into his truck. Again, I notice he has the mirrors tilted so that the sun is streaming into his eyes, making them look like pools of chlorinated water. What? Your eyes are like pools of chlorinated water. It's just dumb. But I do have a lot of unfinished books because, like I mentioned in my bookish resolution video, I don't like wasting time on books that I don't like. I try like 100 pages, and if it's not picking up, I will skip like 50 pages and read what's happening. And if it sounds interesting, I'll keep reading until I get to the point. And if it doesn't, or I don't find anything interesting further, more into the story, I'll just drop it. I don't have time to waste. 5, hype popular books you don't like. I have a few. First, Tiger's Curse by Colleen Houck. I hate it so much. You can check out my review for it if you like. I got a lot of hate comments on that one, so it's kind of entertaining to read through them. I suggest you do so. I simply consider it to be one of the stupidest, most irrational stories I've ever read. So, yeah, I know a lot of people love it. I just couldn't stand it for the love of me. So many people recommended it to me, and I was just like, no. And I tried. I really tried. I had the 4 books. I bought the 4 first books. I was so like ready to read them. Though I have to say that the design of those books, it's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So I was highly disappointed that I did not like it, but whatever. But my most recent book that I did not like was Shatter Me by Tahira Mafi. It's not that I hated it, I just couldn't really get into it and I was so bored. I like really expected it to be this high-packed action book, like, but it was mainly a love story, and I was so taken aback by it, and I didn't ship it at all. and I just couldn't get into it, but I am going to give it a try because I have the second book, so I want to try and get to it again, maybe when in a different type of mindset. But yeah, I couldn't get to it. I'm sorry. The covers are gorgeous, the new ones. This one's kind of, but the new ones are really pretty. So yeah, I'll try it again. Plus, Tahara Mafi is the most beautiful person I've ever seen. Have you seen her Instagram account? She has the most beautiful shoes and the most beautiful, like, styling. She's amazing, so I want to give them a try. I like her. I like her. And another popular book that I didn't really like was Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I haven't been able, I swear to God, I haven't been able to get like past the first 100 pages. I've picked it up like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times now. I can't get past them. I don't know why. And also Panic by Lauren Oliver. Panic by Lauren Oliver. I can't get past the first 47 pages. I can't get past 50 pages on this one. I don't know what's going on. And I like Lauren Oliver. I read Before I Fall and I thought it was such a genius book, and I know many people like this one, but I just can't get into them. I can't, but I will. And last, Willow by Julia Hoban. I cannot stand this book, and so many people that read like darky stories like it, and I hate it so much. It's about a girl that cuts herself, but she like finds love and everything's perfect, and I just feel like it romanticizes self-harm. And being a person that used to self-harm, at least I've gone through my recoveries, it drives me nuts. I hate it. Next question. Classics you didn't enjoy. Metamorphosis by Franz Kafka. I don't know how you pronounce it in English. I couldn't get over the whole cockroach thing. I mean, we did the whole analysis, and I understand the genius of the book, but I had nightmares for so long, and I was like, this is the most disgusting book I've ever read, and I couldn't get the image of a cockroach in my head, and it was just like, the fuck. So it's my most hated classic. I just can't get around it, like, ever. I threw the book away. I hate it. 7 books you bought just for the intellectual-ness of it all. The Great Gatsby. I mean, I do plan to read it, and it sounds like a fascinating story, but I mainly bought it because I wanted to read it so that I could sound like more smart or look more smart. But then I saw the movie, and I was like, oh my god, the story's so amazing, and I'm so fascinated by it, and I wanted to read it so bad, but I haven't read it yet because English isn't my first language, and the English that's used here, it's not that easy to follow through. And I found a lot of words that I really didn't get, or like what the author meant, so I struggled a lot with it. But I do plan on reading it, you know, plus it's very thin. It's very thin. Apart from that, I don't really have any books that I'm like, I feel smart for having them. Honestly, I've had people put me down so many times due to my taste in books, like so many times. They'll be like, oh, you read a lot. Oh, good for you, you young lady. Have you read Shakespeare's complete works? Tolstoy? And I'll just be there like, not really. I mainly read YA books and new adult books and like memoirs. That's the best snobby thing I have in my collection. It's from characters that nobody cares about, so there's that. Oh, so you're one of those readers. I don't like snobby readers, and if you've ever had a similar situation, don't lie, you've had it, do let me know in the comment section down below, because it's like, it happens, I hate it. And last question, any books you haven't given back? 1. And it's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I borrowed it from a friend of mine because I don't have the books in English, and she has them in English. I borrowed them last year, which is not that long ago, but I borrowed them like around August? Borrowed it. And I never give it back, and I don't think she remembers that I have it because I do have the intention of reading it. I just haven't gotten around to reading it yet, which is, I know, impossible for some of you to understand, but I'm gonna hate me so much for this. I'm not that into Harry Potter. That into it? Don't kill me. Everyone's different. Don't kill me. I read them all. Well, the first one, my mom actually read it to me when I was 6 years old. But, yeah, I was like, read them all, liked them all, they're great. I didn't watch all the movies because I got bored with the 5th one, but whatever. but I'm not like super into it. I'm actually not much of a fangirl for a lot of things, now that I think about it. But I do appreciate the genius that it's J.K. Rowling, and I've never read Harry Potter in English, so I borrowed it because I want to get into it in English. You know, I read them in Spanish because I'm Mexican. So this would be it, and if Diana ever sees this video, hey, I have your book. And that's it. Those were all the questions. So that was the reader confessions tag, and if you have any confessions to make, let me know in the comment section. I would love to read about them, or if you have a video about this tag, do let me know so I can go check it out. All the books I have mentioned will be linked in the down bar below so you can go check them out on Goodreads. And I think that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!